Bos.
Apa khabar? Okay, everyone please be seated.
Thank you, Mr. Iman.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning.
Okay, the weather is raining cats and dog throughout the week. Okay, so make sure you bring an umbrella when you go
Sure,
outside.
sir.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for making time to join this meeting. I appreciate your time and presence. So, Miss Mila, can you tell me, is everyone present?
Unfortunately, no. We are missing one person, which is Mr. Iqbal, our safety auditor. He could not join us today due to unforeseen circumstances.
I see. Okay, it's okay. We send our best wishes and we hope to see Mr. Iqbal in our next meeting. Okay, let's come to order. I'd like to start by addressing our first agenda. I'm sure all of you have received the agenda through email. Okay, so Miss Mila, could you please present the minutes meeting from the previous meeting?
Certainly, Mr. Iman. So, at the slide, as you guys could see, okay, I have noticed everyone about today's document via email this morning, and I believe all of you have looked at the document. Previous meeting was in the page 3. If you guys want to see on your own laptop, the meeting was held on December 10, 2024. We have settled a few issues regarding the safety software, medical surveillance, and the next thing is that we need to update some minor safety issues that need to be improved. And is there any correction or addition from here?
I would like to point out that the software that we use is actually Aloha, not Anova in the minutes.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Akid. I'll make correction on that. And is there any other amendments?
No, everything else looks accurate.
Alright.
Okay, great. With the correction noted, can someone propose the minutes to be accepted so we can move to the next agenda?
I propose the minutes meeting to be accepted. I'll second the motion.
Okay, alright. Let's move on to our next agenda, matters rising. Okay, regarding the minor safety issues that we discussed last time, Mr. Akid, can you please provide us with the update on the ventilation system improvements?
Of course, Mr. Iman. So we have successfully installed additional ventilation fan in the storage area, and this has improved air circulation and also reduced the concentration of the fumes. Okay, so we are monitoring the air quality and the initial results are positive. Okay, additionally we have updated the spill response kits and placed them at all strategic locations. Training session were conducted last week and relevant staff has been briefed.
Okay, excellent progress. Thank you, Mr. Akid. Any other updates? Anyone?
I would like to add regarding the ergonomic assessment in the maintenance department that it has been completed, and we have made necessary adjustment to the workstation to reduce strain injuries.
Okay, that's great to hear. Any other comments before we proceed to our next agenda? Anyone?
About the signage placement, I have reviewed and conducted a safety risk assessment. So we have given clearance for the installation to proceed.
Okay, but there's one thing. I have trouble with the contractors that installed the signage last year. Is this the same contractor?
Yes, Mr. Iman. We will. The signage will be installed by the Kejora Holdings.
Kejora Holdings. Okay, if so, Akid, could you please monitor the installation and make sure that they followed the requirements set up by Tosh. And I expect you to update to me by next Friday.
Okay, I will try my best.
Okay, great, wonderful. Thank you for the efforts. And it seems that we are on track with our previous actions. And we consider that this meeting is concluded, so we can proceed to our next agenda. Okay, the next agenda is the main concern is the recent chemical leak accident. Biha, as the chemical engineer, can you provide the detailed overview of the incident? Miss Nabiha, could you focus on our meeting, please? Turn off your phone.
I'm sorry, Mr. Iman. Can I continue?
Yes.
Okay. Certainly, Mr. Iman, as we all know, on 15 December 2024, at 10 p.m., there was a formaldehyde leaking at Aroma chemical plant, and the leak originated from a valve failure in one of the storage tank, and the emergency response team successfully isolated and contained the leak within 50 minutes. However, 3 workers stationed nearby were exposed to fumes, resulting in minor chemical burns and respiratory irritation.
Okay, I'd like to ask, what are the potential root cause of this incident?
Our team has conducted a thorough investigation into the accident involving a valve failure that resulted in a chemical leak. Unfortunately, 3 workers sustained minor injury, including chemical burns and respiratory irritation due to fume exposure during the incident. And we identified the possible root causes as valve equipment failure, inadequate maintenance, and insufficient training.
Okay, well, these are very severe issues that we need to address immediately. Do you guys have any suggestions?
I concur. A thorough equipment inspection and maintenance audit should be conducted to identify any potential weaknesses in the process system.
I understand the desire for safety, but I believe a full-scale equipment inspection and maintenance audit is excessive at this time.
I see your point, and perhaps a more focused inspection targeting the equipment involved in the recent incident will be a more balanced approach.
Okay, I agree. A targeted inspection will be more practical and cost-effective, so it's still addressing the immediate safety concerns. So it's okay.
Okay, good point. I see that focusing on targeted inspection will be more practical and effective because it's the best way. And moving on, let's brainstorm the potential solutions, okay? Mr. Akid, do you have any suggestions to prevent from this incident happen in the future?
Yes, I do. I suggest to conduct regular safety drills to ensure that the emergency response team is well prepared to handle such incidents.
Okay.
I propose implementing a predictive maintenance program for critical equipment such as regular inspection and ultrasonic testing of valve.
So we also can install a gas detection system with real-time monitoring, real-time monitoring capabilities to detect leak early on.
Okay, I like the suggestions you gave from all of you, but we need to evaluate the best solutions. So let's evaluate that and plan our actions ahead. Okay.
Agree? We can start sourcing supplier for the sensors and schedule the maintenance update accordingly.
I will also coordinate with the health department to set up regular monitoring and training sessions.
And I will work to revise emergency response protocols and organize the simulation drills.
Excellent. Okay, let's document these actions, okay? The assign responsibilities and set deadlines for these actions. And Miss Mila, please update the action plan accordingly. Send me the documents on my table as soon as possible.
Alright, I will do right after the meeting, Mr. Iman.
Okay, further on, let's discuss the health and safety concerns raised by the recent incident. Miss Fahana, would you like to lead?
Of course, as we know, the total number of the workers in our plant is 650 workers, with 150 workers at Aroma chemical plant. The primary issue improving the health and safety impact on injured workers and the overall well-being of staff exposed to hazardous chemicals.
Apologize, I would like to interrupt Ms. Fahana. Regarding this worker health and safety issue, I would like to remind all of you that in the last 2 years, our 2 SCP workers will only receive basic medical care. With the current state, we need to ensure that the injury workers receive comprehensive medical care and support for their recovery.
I agree with Ms. Mila. Additionally, there should be a plan for their reintegration into the workplace, whether that involve modified duties or additional training.
From an engineering standpoint, reducing exposure through improved ventilation and proper PPE is essential to safeguard all workers.
And we also need to enhance our training programs to include better awareness of health risks and proper use of protective equipment.
Okay, very good points. But let us identify the problem first.
Next slide, please. Okay. Okay, so based on the graph presented in this slide regarding employee complaints, several issues have been identified, including inadequate PPE usage, insufficient health monitoring, and a lack of proper training on handling hazardous material.
Okay, we should analyze the cause. Anyone proceed?
From this graph, the causes seems to be limited availability of appropriate PPE, also gaps in training programs, and lastly, inadequate health surveillance system.
Oh, also there are issues with our worker in high-risk area, leading to respiratory problems.
Okay, Akid, moving on to solution. Would you like to start, Mr. Akid?
Okay, to address the issues, we can conduct risk assessment to identify PPE needs and ensure adequate stock. And also periodic refresher training also will keep employees updated on safety protocols and equipment use. Lastly, regular health checks will monitor occupational hazards and detect potential health issues early.
Okay, so my point of view as industrial hygienist, I think we can install more local exhaust ventilation and encourage longer break to reduce worker exposure instead of conducting chemical exposure measurement.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I don't second Ms. Faharna. In my opinion, chemical exposure measurement should be conducted too, in order to identify the risk exposure, and that can be made to improve safety of the employees.
Okay, let me think. Okay, I don't think that it's necessary, Miss Fana, and I agree with you, Miss Aisha. Okay, so we will proceed with the chemical exposure measurement. Full stop.
Okay, if you say so, I will schedule chemical exposure measurement at the high risk area as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Akid. Okay, and we will further our meeting to the agenda number 6. Okay.
Right.
So, is there any business that anyone want to add? Anyone want to discuss?
Yes, I would like to bring up the upcoming visit of Lewis Hamilton and his team to our chemical plant. We have been proposed by the marketing team to conduct this visit.
Oh wow, what a surprise! But may I know the objective of this visit? Because this is for safety concerns, and we will need to know when will it take place.
There is no specific dates, but we will expect him to be here late in March. And for the objective, we can see here, firstly, the association and image enhancement, engagement with global audience, and also media exposure and PR opportunities.
I see. Okay, Asha. Okay, thank you for the update. Okay, anyone would like to add?
Sorry to interrupt. I would like to ask, is there any preparation that our department need to conduct?
Yes, for the safety department, we need to ensure all safety clearances and protocols are in place to his visit. Okay, and a thorough safety audit before his arrival and preparing safety briefing for him and his team is a must for everyone's safety concerns.
Alright.
And additionally, coordinating with his security team to ensure all areas he will visit are secure and hazard-free is important.
Miss Aisha, is there any other possible date for this visit? Because as I look at our department calendar, at the end of the March, we have safety audit for the SC plan.
I'm sorry, Miss Mila, but I'm not sure about that. But I'm sure we can manage his visit and the audits.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Aisha, you do not know about the possible date for his visit. Okay. Let's say. Okay, Mila, could you please contact the marketing department?
Yeah, sure, I will.
Okay, ask them to confirm the date and please make the date align with our calendar.
Okay, will do.
I don't want any further issues regarding this matter that will interrupt all of our calendar.
Okay, I will email them and ask for the confirmation of the date and also the detail for the visit and share it to you guys and you, boss.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I expect to discuss this in our next meeting, and the visits of Lewis Hamilton will be our main agenda. Okay, so anyone want to add anything else?
Nope.
No?
No. Okay, that's good. Okay, if that's so, let's proceed with our last agenda. which is the setting for our next meeting. Discuss the date, the time, and the day.
Okay, I would like to propose scheduling for the next meeting on Wednesday, 12 February 2025 at 10 a.m. meeting room number 4. This should give us enough time to follow up on the action item for today's meeting and address any new development that need to be done.
That sounds reasonable. So do others have any issue with the time frame?
Alright.
Okay, all good. Okay, if that's so, then there will be no objections. So we will proceed with the date and time. So again, Miss Mila, you need to finalize this meeting.
Okay.
Send it to others, and also please send the notice for next meeting, as well as the agenda, which is the lowest emittance visits, to all the members.
Okay, will do, Mr. Iman.
Okay, and I think that's it. Okay, we have discussed, we have touched every points and discussions have been made. Solutions are met. Okay, and the meeting is dismissed. Have a nice day ahead, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Iman.
Thank you, sir.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale, then you see the road.